How is everyone out there? I see people popping up in the chat and I'm not able to comment, but I can see your chat. So that's very exciting. I know that Laurel will have you pop in questions. Those chat are a little bit small. So if I'm reading them from the chat, I think that Laurel will probably pop them in below. But I'm Nicki Baxley, Nicki Hearts Cards if you haven't seen me before. And here is the card that I made for this summit. This is one of my favorite cards, and it was inspired. It's an ornament. It was inspired by the fact that I have a new niece, and that niece is a little girl. And so I, of course, went with one of my favorite color combos, which is pink. And I decided that I was going to make something that could be taken from a card and used later so that people who want to throw cards away still have a part of it that they can use as an ornament. And so you need to make sure that you've gotten my freebie, which is a printable of what I put on the back of these cards. So I printed mine out on sticker paper, and this is my first time doing printables, and I had a really fun time creating these, but I liked that I could kind of customize it and make it for 2025. I also made you a sheet of 2026. And I see Arlene, I saw Patty in the chat, I see Teresa. It's so nice to see you. Do y'all have questions about my presentation? Or do you want me to just kind of take you through the card? See if I see any pop in there. See Florida. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jennifer. So excited to see you. So if you haven't heard of me before, I'm Nicki Hearts Cards, and I love making all kinds of cards. So I have been known for making masculine cards, but obviously we're going to make a super pink girly card with this summit. So my new niece is a little girl, and when I saw this die set for these little shoes, look at that. I was like, I've got to make something with these shoes, and I've got to make them have real laces. So if you watched the video, you saw me do this, and I threaded these like real laces and told you some little details about doing that. But the way the card opens up, okay, so it opens up and it's got a little pacifier in here that you're hanging the ornament around, okay? So how cute is that? So tell me, what kind of questions do you have? Have you already watched the video? If you haven't watched the video yet, that's fine. We can take you through supplies. I just need to see in the chat what you need to know. Hey, Debbie and Sherry. So nice to see you. So like I said, the front of the card, the back of the card has that printable on it, which I made these available as my freebie. So just make sure you grab those. And then the front, which is this die set. So let me show you the die set. Okay, so Sandra says she's having trouble getting the freebie. So, okay, yeah, contact me. Just contact me. I'm Nicki Hearts Cards. You can do Nicki at NickiHeartsCards.com, or I've got an email on YouTube as well that you can look at if you would like. So one thing that I want to make sure that y'all have done is that you have hit the follow, okay? And then I'm going to show you this set. The set doesn't look like it would be as impressive as it is. Like, it's just a little pieces, but we made the cutest shoes with this. I think this could also work, like Paper Tray Ink is who I used. I used their dye products. I think it would work really well with like a little baby buggy, anything that you can fit some writing on the back. The reason I added the circle to this was that I wanted to be able to stick this sticker right here so that I had something that had the date and all of that fun stuff. Okay. Yes, greetings from the Netherlands. Hey, Nicole. And Nicole, that's exactly how I spell Nicole. It's rare to see somebody who spells their name that way. All right. So with these, we did some ink blending. I'll kind of take you through the process of the card in case you haven't seen it yet. So this is just a backing that's ink blended, and we did some quick, easy ink blending. We used Cotton Candy by Catherine Pooler. We used It's a Girl, which I've labeled mine so you can read them, and we used a little bit of Party Dress. If I had any favorite color from the Catherine Pooler line, it would be this. If you have not tried Party Dress and you like pinks, definitely worth it. Then we just did a little bit of ink blending. I did some splatter. We did some dark splatter. We did some light splatter. These are water reactive, so you can get that. and Helen says she likes the idea of the little image on the hook and strings. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, because you have these strings, and I don't want things to fall off. So it's nice to have something in here that's holding those strings so they don't fall out the top. And we did cut into this card. So we've got a card base. This is a white card base. And then we have the card front. So I like to do card fronts, which is what my actual ink blending is on. So when they take this ornament off, they'll have this whole piece, and they can toss this in the trash or keep it for your sentimental note. Okay, so I see a couple questions coming in. Okay. Yes, Sherry said she hadn't tried a printable yet. I held my breath too, but I got it to work. I think that this sticker sheet right here, I think the best one I've had luck with is called Joylita, Joylita. It's on Amazon, and it's a really nice, smooth sticker paper. Then I went around these stickers, and I used my brother's Scan and Cut to make a little cut. And you can kind of half cut it so that you can peel it from the back. And that made it really easy, but you could do that with just plain paper, cut it out, and glue it to the back. Okay. My first grandchild is due in January, so this would be perfect, except in blue. Yes, it would be a great card for that. And you could even print out the ones that I have in the back and use the 2026 if it's going to be January. It's just really fun. I know that this is going to be something that's going to hang on somebody's tree, which makes it even more fun to do. I did add, it definitely helps to have a little bit of foam tape. I did add some foam tape because that string that I used at the top is so thick. To go behind the ornament, we needed a little bit of foam tape in between that. So definitely something I would advise using if you've got any. And if you, I don't remember which kind I used in the video, but I really love Altenews got a great foam tape. Scrapbook.com has got a great foam tape. So there's lots of different options out there. Tell me what else you want to know. Oh, nice, Nicole. She said it really inspired her to make something for the Christmas tree. I'm glad that I inspired you. So I thought if you don't have questions, I can show you some other cards. I can do other things. Y'all just tell me what you want to do. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people haven't watched it yet, which is why I was kind of talking you through. This is the freebie that you can print out. And it has a 2026 one, a 2025, and I think I did some in more traditional Christmas colors as well. So I think there's 3 sheets of printables. I use just using a good color printer, and it prints out on a letter size paper. So if you just want to print it out on printer paper and stick it to something, you can print it out on cardstock, either way. But I just got a new Epson EcoTank computer or printer, and it did a pretty good job. So if you're looking around for that kind of thing, it does look pretty good. All right, let's see, Arlene. I'm trying to see what Arlene said. So other things, I don't know what other lessons you've done today on YouTube. I did a fun fold that you don't have to use dies. So I did this today on YouTube. I think I finally see a question. Hang on, we'll see what that is. I just wanted to show you some different cards. Okay, so can you change the font? So from the printable, I don't think that you can do that. I made these on Canva. I'm sure there's plenty of other ways to make them. I made them on Canva, and I put that Baby's First Christmas in a little rectangle in case you wanted to cover that up and put something either handwritten, or if you wanted to stamp a Baby's First Christmas or Merry Christmas. It's a pretty easy rectangle to copy, and you could stick it on top. So as far as making a printable, I may not be the expert, but I used Canva, which is a software that I use to design lots of things for social media. It just gives you some fonts and some little pictures you can add. Oh yeah, yeah, Patty, you have that printer too. I may need some lessons on it just to make sure. All right, so I should say, please. Oh, that's cute. Show us more cards. Okay. I'll do that. So I showed the, let's make sure if people are just joining in, this is the card that I made for the summit that comes off, and it makes a beautiful Baby's First Christmas. And then today I have a brand new video on my YouTube channel, Nicki Hearts Cards, with a fun fold that you don't have to use dies for. So boop, boop. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Sherry. I really think we need to have a little a little chat on that printer so that somebody can teach me how to use it. Because I printed these off, so I'm getting pretty good at it, but I'm not like 100%. So the products that I use today are from Paper Tray Ink. If you haven't ever heard of this company, this is a smaller company. Julie is one of the owners, and they have the most, like, if you love die cuts, you really do need to check them out, especially these baby ones. Oh my goodness, look at that baby buggy. And this is our baby shoe that we used and put together. And I always want to encourage you to look, like, do you guys keep like a drawer of ribbon? Because I do. And that's where I came up with just getting some string, putting it on the shoelaces, and just making those so adorable. We did a lot of ink blending in the class, but we did a lot more construction than anything else. I think Patty's got a question, and I'm waiting for that to pop up just a second. Sometimes it takes just a second for somebody to push the one with the question above what I can see. Let me see here. All right, I'm trying to see. I see she's got a question. Let me see if I've got anything else that I was going to show you with this card. So I just grabbed, for my white, I just have like a messy drawer of just DMC floss, and that's what I used on the little shoelaces here. And then up here, this big thick cord is a type of twine from, I think, Doodlebug Designs, maybe. It's just twine. And let's see if you can see that. Okay, question. Patty says, when you use Canva, is it hard to understand the instruction? Well, Patty, I've been using it for a few years. So it's one of those things where I've kind of gotten used to it, but sometimes it can be a little bit daunting at times. Yeah, Arlene, I have a tote full of ribbon as well. Okay, if you're having problems getting the freebie, then make sure that you use my email. It's Nicki at NickiHeartsCards.com. So just make sure you spell my name right, and I should get that. Polly, I just got the Epson ET8500. That's the one I have. I'm still just a little bit confused with it, but I'm working on it. So, and I was able to do this. So Debbie says she loves Canva. Ooh, she's doing sublimation, which I don't understand at all, Debbie. I'm sorry. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I think it's pretty cool, but I haven't gotten there. So other things, you want me to grab some more cards? Do we have time for that, Laurel? Let's see what else we got. Any other questions about those, or just grab cards? If we have to grab cards, I've got to reach off screen. Yes. Okay. I'm going to reach off screen and just show you some cards that I've been making. All right. So just so y'all can have some fun show and tell while we wait on questions. These are not what we made during the thing, but they're fun. So I want to show you. Have you thought about using, do you see this paper is already indented? It's like a, I don't know what you want to say. It's almost like corrugated. So super fun. So as far as embellishing cards, I love sequins. It's very fun. I love using things. So like on this card, I used a paint pen around the label. Do you see that? I used a silver paint pen, and that was kind of my embellishments. Okay, and Debbie says it's not a printer, it's sublimation markers, inks, and paints. So fun. Well, Debbie, you're going to have to tell me about that more. The other thing that I love to do, so I use a couple of sequins on this one. I really like those like iridescent sequins. Super fun, but you don't really have to have a whole lot. It's just kind of whatever you want to do. I do a lot of texture to my cards. Like this one has an embossing folder over some stamping. And so I don't always feel the need to add a whole lot more to them, because sometimes it's hard to mail the sequins, you know? Whoops, sorry, doing this. So I would say sequins are a great way. Using markers like an acrylic marker, I'm going to see what else. Of course, if you have seen my YouTube channel, you know that I absolutely love like ink swiping with, sorry, I'm shaking the table. Ink swiping with like a metallic. So this one's still in its thing, but this is like taking metallic ink and swiping it over a raised surface. That is one of my favorite. I don't know if you count that as embellishment, but it's definitely fun. Okay, yeah, Debbie, I'll try to message you later. And I am a huge fan of paste too. So I've been playing a lot with paste. This one is actually so many different things on this card. So many different things. Okay, so all right, so Joyce said I think she's talking to Debbie J. So if you haven't watched the live yet or the class for me yet, it's all about baby cards, but we don't have tons of questions because it's kind of early on in the summit and not everybody's watched it yet. So I'm just showing off cards and we're just chatting about some different cards because sometimes it's just fun to see cards up close. This one has a stencil, embossing paste. This thing that the friend is on is actually a press plate. Has anybody gotten into those? Anything like that? And then we also, this is through an embossing folder with paste. I mean, I just love playing with embossing folders and paste and everything you can come up with. So somebody said, oh, it's a Bruins fan. I just went to a Bruins game. That's cool. Okay. It says you have a hard time ink swiping. Yes, I do have some tips on ink swiping. And it does take practice. It definitely takes practice. You want to have a pad of ink that is firm enough that you're not just going to smudge the whole thing. And then, and I'm going to grab you one of those so you can see it. But Arlene also has a question. I don't want it to get away. Are you going to mount the pink panel on a card or is it the card? Okay, pink panel is mounted on a card. So I've got a white card base. I mounted the pink panel on it. Okay, and then this is the part we did. Yeah, Debbie, I love the Better Press too. Okay, so let me show you some pads of ink that make ink swiping a little bit easier. Let's see if I've got any on here. This one is a good example. You just want like a good, so sometimes it's hard with something like a foam pad like this because it's so easy to press it down. And so then you press it and you mess up the whole thing. But if you use something a little bit firmer, like, let me show you this one. Got to grab it over here. But the one a couple that I've used, especially metallics, are like this Altenew metallic one is a pretty firm pad and you kind of just have to play with it to see how it works, but you just want to make sure you're holding it exactly flat like this when you're going over. The other thing I would suggest is using a sticky mat. My favorite sticky mat is this Altenew sticky mat. Put your paper on a sticky mat so it doesn't lift up when you're ink swiping. Otherwise, you can accidentally get the background even easier. So Gloria said she just got a press plate. I have a lot of press plate videos on my channel. And so definitely check those out. They're very fun. Lots of stuff. Yes, I love this little pacifier in here. I know somebody just said that. I love it because it's so cute inside. Oh, so cute. All right. So Teresa said she's bought a better press, but hasn't used it. You're going to be shocked at how easy it is. Oh, okay. So Ruth made a shaped camera card inside an accordion-like pullout on a Polaroid shape that shows lots of my baby niece pictures. Oh, that is so cute. That would be really cute. So like you can pull them out. It's got the pictures of the baby niece in there. That's cool. All right. So, Patty says, thanks for helping her spend my money. Patty, you're so funny. I know. I can't help it. But I do love Paper Tray. They're very, very good. And I do a live for Paper Tray at least once a month for all of their new releases. So make sure that you catch, if you love live streams, I am doing more and more live streams, almost always Friday at 3 p.m. And they are, I always do a Paper Tray one. Sometimes it's Altenew. I'm going to be showing a couple of new to me products in November, like Alex Siberia, and some companies that just kind of let you see their products, but also we have a lot of fun doing the live stream. So, all right. So Deborah's working on my card now. Yay, Deborah. I would love for you to tag me on social media when you finish the class, no matter what you made, or just if you're using the techniques. It doesn't even have to be the baby card, whatever you decide to do, just tag me. I'm Nicki Hearts Cards everywhere. And just notice my name is spelled Nicki. So you will find me on Instagram. You'll find me on Facebook. You'll find me on YouTube. Just on Facebook and Instagram, it's very easy to post. Yes, and post them to the Facebook group for stress-free card making. I should see it that way as well, but always tag me. All right, and let's see. Okay, Cherry said, Teresa, that's why I'm trying to see what she said. Love, love paper tray. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, when I say 3 p.m., it's Eastern. So most of my live streams, I'm doing 2 to 3 a month, 3 p.m. Friday. Next month is extremely busy. I think I might have 3 next month. And so most of the time it's a 3 p.m. Friday. If you can't get it, of course, there's always a replay. And most of my live streams have a giveaway. So just FYI. Same time zone as the summit. Yeah. See, I don't know why my hair is just like, hair's a mess today. Okay, I see Elaine doing something and I can't quite see what that question is just yet. So I would say I recommend Altenews gold, antique gold ink for ink swiping. That is a really good one. They just came out with these new. So this one that I ink swiped is this bronze from Altenew. And I would say that it's one of those things where it's a pretty nice flat one like their other one. See how flat that is? And it makes a good job. It's not as easy to ink blend with metallic ink, but it's nice to swipe. It's a great thing. Oh, Deborah said, are you doing something today at 3? No, I'm doing this today, and I've got a new pre-recorded video out on this fun fold that doesn't use dies. I figured I was trying not to overrun the summit. I figured we already had so much. Why can't I get that right? Okay, there you go. So this is what's on my channel that came out today at 11. So I do have a new video out. It's just not going to be live today. All right, let's see. So I'm going to show y'all some more paper tray. Like I did a live stream on these, and this is some more paper tray ink products. They've got a lot of, if you want Bible verses on your cards, they have some great Bible verse stamps. This one, what I want you to notice about this blue paper is actually a shimmery paper. So I love to experiment with different kinds of paper and see what I can do. And I was surprised that I could actually stamp on it. I could ink blend on it and put that beautiful cover plate of snowflakes in the background. So that one's a fun live stream if you want to see one. Let's see. So are there any other questions? Sorry, I see Ruth is talking to Patty. That's cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking. Yeah, it's a cool Bible verse stamp. The other cool card from them that we did in a video for paper tray, this one I didn't do live, but I did a pre-recorded video about getting the most out of your stencils. Can anybody guess that hasn't seen the video? Let's see if we can get somebody guess. Can you guess what I put through the stencil to make this look? Thank you, Deborah. Let's see. What do you think we did? If you saw the video, don't answer. Let's see. Oh, so Teresa, the sentiment stamp is by the same people who made the dies for my baby card, which is called Paper Tray Ink. I'm going to show you how to spell it. Paper Tray Ink makes those verse stamps, and they've got some amazing verse stamps. If you need some Bible verses, this one was thanks be to God for his indescribable gifts. So I thought that made kind of a nice, different Christmas card. I thought that was kind of nice. Let's see. Yeah, Joyce, you saw the video, so she already knows what I put on there. Let's see if you can guess what I put on there. See how we're doing. I see Tammy's got something, but I can't quite see. Okay, Tammy's got an answer. Yep. Tammy's right. So this is Versamark ink. It's like a clear, sorry, it's hard for me to decide which way this goes. It's a clear ink through a stencil, and it just gives that subtle effect. So if you want to see more about using stencils in different ways, I did 3 different ways to use a stencil to get more out of them. So if you're a big stencil person, make sure you check that video out on my channel. That's Nicki Hearts Cards. Yeah, it's Versamark ink. Let me show you what it looks like. This is it. So it's just a clear ink, but when you put it over colored cardstock, it looks so nice. So it's one of those things that's nice. It's also, people sometimes call it embossing ink. So because it's clear, you can use colored embossing powder and get a nice image with that. So let's see if I used it anywhere and did any colored embossing powder. Well, right here I did. So on the card for today, I embossed this boo with that clear ink, and then I added white powder. Okay, let's see what everybody else up. Any other, you want to do some more guessing? Yeah, definitely, Helen. A reminder to use that Versamark when you're stenciling, especially if you're trying to use up your colored cardstock. Look at all this colored cardstock back here. I know that y'all have tons of it and you don't use it if you're like me, because I don't. And so I'm trying to come up with ways to make it more interesting and make sure that I use it. And so using just a little bit of ink on it changes it drastically. It just makes me excited. So you can tell I get excited about cards though. All right, and let's see what other ones we have here. So we've got this, grabbed a few. So do any of y'all do embossing folders? Are y'all liking embossing folders? Have you tried them yet? I'm trying to see if I have one around here. I do, but I don't know that I'm allowed to show it to you. It hasn't come out yet. Okay, so this one did come out this time, and it's an embossing folder of words. And what I did is I stamped, it's really actually stenciled, I think. Stenciled, then embossed over it, and that gives you another cool look. Let's see. So Bruins fan says yes. I don't know who Bruins fan is. It's just cracking me up because on fall break, that's where we went, we saw a Bruins game. Yeah, embossing folders. Oh, I love embossing folders. So with these cards that I showed you, I used embossing folders on probably 4 of all of these. So let's just show you. So this is, believe it or not, this is an embossing folder. Let's see if I got a hair on it. This frame is an embossing folder, sorry. And so I took like some gold paper and I cut it out and then I embossed it. It looks like a real frame. So cool. Okay, so where is that embossing folder from? Let me see. This one is from, are you talking about the words? This one is from Altenew and it's already sold out. So you might need to do something like scrapbook.com would probably have it still in stock, and Altenew will get it back. Make sure you use my affiliate link if you go shopping at those places, please. My affiliate link will be in the supply list, I believe. You can find it on my website, which is NickiHeartsCards.com. It'll show you all the different places. Just click on that before you go shopping, or if you want this direct link, just email me. My email's been in the chat. I'm Nicki at NickiHeartsCards.com, and I will answer you, okay? So Ruth says, I haven't cleaned or organized my room yet, so I currently have most of my embossing folders in a fabric box under your bed. Yeah, they can take up some space. This frame right here is also in the new release from Altenew. I believe this is in a Craft Your Life kit, so it might be a subscription kit, but it has this stuff, which is called Illuminated Scenes, and then it has an embossing folder for frames like this, which is really cool. I do a lot of Altenew cards too. So Paper Tray and Altenew are probably the 2 that I work the most with. I do lots of other companies, but I definitely am consistently putting out cards from those 2. So this one is also that Altenew. This flower is the same flower. Sorry, let me see if I can. I need to go this direction, and it's so opposite of what's over here. So sometimes, so that's the same flower. One on that corrugated paper and one on with an embossing folder over it. And where I'm getting all this amazing paper, like the shiny blue paper, the corrugated paper, probably this gold paper, is from a subscription called Your Paper Insider. If you have not looked into that, use my affiliate link, but you need to look into it. I'm going to do a live for them next week, and I'm going to sneak peek I'll sneak peek the paper for you. Let me just grab it and I'll sneak peek it, and y'all tell me if there's any more questions, because I don't know how long Laurel wants to stay on here, but I'll sneak peek you that paper and pop up any questions you've got. I'll show the project again, and then Laurel, if you need to be done, then we can, okay? So let me grab the paper. Okay, here is what we'll be using in my live stream next Friday. Okay, I think y'all are going to be shocked. So we'll sneak it. This is from a company that gives you amazing paper, Your Paper Insider. It's a subscription, just like 4 times a year, not very expensive, and they pick out the coolest papers. Okay, look at this. I'm just going to flip through them. Look at all that. So fun. If you're a big embossing folder person, oh my goodness, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try to show them all to you. You get glitter paper. You get so much. This one is what we're going to be working with live, and I have to show it to you. Can you see that paper? I don't know if you can tell from here how beautiful it is, but it is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. We're going to be making some amazing things with fancy paper. We're definitely going to be using some embossing folders and making some cards. So she's popping up my supply list, and I'm going to show you that card that I made one more time in case you're looking for my class. Here it is. We made Baby's First Christmas Ornament cards. Okay. So adorable. So make sure you catch that class. If you have the VIP ticket or the Ultimate Card Making Bundle, I did another ornament card private video for you that does a more traditional Christmas card, and it is also using paper tray products with some stamping versus as much die cutting. So make sure that you check that out from your Ultimate Card Making Bundle. That's the paid ticket, and there is an extra video there. I've already seen a couple of you watching it, so make sure you check that out. And then this is what we made today. So make sure you catch my class if you're on the free, because it'll be over today. If you've got the paid ticket, you can watch it anytime. Look at that cute little pacifier. Oh my goodness. Okay. And it was really quite simple. We had a lot of fun with this. I had so much fun with all of you. Are there any other questions, or are we good? Hi, Beachcomber. And Carol, thank you. I hope to see you guys on my live stream on Friday next week. We'll be making lots of stuff with cool paper, just like amazing cards. Thanks so much, Teresa. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. I think that that's fine with Laurel. She hasn't popped back in, so I don't know if she's going to pop back in and say hi, or if I just...
I'm always lurking.
Yeah, I was like, she probably can hear me, but...
I'm always lurking. Yes, thanks, everyone. Make sure you follow Nicki on all of her socials are linked right below her presentation, as is the supply list. I went in there, grabbed it, and stuck it here for y'all if y'all wanted to copy and paste it.
Okay.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
So good to see all of you in the chat today.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.